Welcome back, guys. It's still the wedding police. I'm your host, Vanessa. Now, we can't talk about Nigerian female fashion designers making waves in the industry if we don't mention this name. She's definitely a force to reckon with, and it's none other than Vicky James. What do we think about this look?
I love the look. I like the fact that it has some modesty to it. Oh,
look at that train.
Do
you remember that train?
This is the veil. I think this is
the
veil.
Oh, that's a veil, actually.
That's the train
right.
underneath. That's the veil. So
Look at that veil.
Yes to that veil. Yes, and yes. I love it.
I think she was gunning for the longest veil ever done by a bride. What do you think?
Can you see what's going on? I saw this and I was like, I think they brought the photographer from somewhere. It wasn't a Nigerian photographer. This was great. I like the fact that there was the whole creative direction and the dress. They marry each other.
Yeah.
It goes well. This is absolutely stunning. She really thought about this.
That's how you do a train.
And it has some modest touch to it. Like, it's sexy. You can see the silhouette. You can see this sweetheart neckline, all of that, the curves. But then she covers it.
Yeah.
And then it's just absolutely stunning. Yes. I love this. Yes. I love this.
Definitely. This is a perfect example of a decent wedding dress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she works very well too with the lace. And I like how she wanted to do her thing with the
veil.
The veil.
Yeah.
Because that shit is long. So it is. It's long and it's stunning.
Yes.
It's long, it's stunning, and regardless of who captured it, you get it on the scenery, everything just. So she already had I just feel like she had already had a preconceived notion of what she wanted to look like.
Exactly how she wanted to be.
She's in her top Christian excellent era. So
is it Christian?
No, you know what I mean. No, but
I know what you mean.
Because I'm Christian as well. So, but if you want to present yourself as a very decent bride, I mean, for pointers, I would say, okay,
and still look good.
Yeah, as a reference, I'm like, check out what
Vicky James wore.
Yes. And if you want to,
you don't want to look. Yes. You want to look extra and still look modest and still kill it.
So see how the necklines, everything just goes up. It just drops down. The
corset, the whole thing.
Do you understand?
You know, that's exactly what I was going to say.
There's nothing to take away from this, to remove or add. It looks like a classic.
You know,
but
one thing
it's also a modern dress, and it's a classic. Like it just adds all of that going on for it. Like it's a
perfect example of this is how I want to look, and this is how the look came out.
What I ordered, this is what I got.
Yes.
So I was going to say that I'm a huge fan of brides that are modest but still make a bold statement.
Yes.
This is a very simple yet dramatic look.
Yeah.
Because it's all covered up. But it's still showing the body. It's still giving everything it's supposed to be giving.
Exactly.
It's all covered up, and I can still see the corsets and the bustier and everything.
Yeah.
It's still peeking through.
Yeah.
Right? It's all covered up, but you still have a gorgeous train.
Yeah.
Then your veil.
Then the veil.
Come on now.
Oh God.
Come on now.
I don't even know what to pick as my favorite.
You know that she's...
The detailings behind the buttons. How
did you see that? You saw that?
I did it.
Thank you.
You, as a designer, you picked the chicken out of the feather, bro.
Definitely. Nah,
this was a fashion moment. I remember this wedding so well.
She killed this.
This was a look. This was a look. Very stunning. And I mean, I didn't expect anything less. This is Vicky James we're talking about.
Yeah.
So, she represented the decency thing, the modesty, and because I mean, these things do not really need to be out of fashion.
Yeah.
So for you to have a special day.
Yeah.
So kudos to her.
Kudos to her for sure. Let's see some other brides that she has styled over the years. Oh my goodness!
I think Vicky James has to be one of my favorite female designers. I can't lie. I've been watching her for a while. Before all this new popularity and before her wedding and all that, I've seen her stuff and.
So you've been a fan for some time.
Yeah, the detailing they go into, like they could bead an entire fabric. They don't even need to buy if you watch her videos and stuff This, oh God.
Sharon's wedding look?
I'm short of words. And this now, it still has some modest thing going on with it.
No, definitely.
Yeah, and then, she's killing it. She's killing it. There's not too much embellishment as well. Yeah, you can see that it's shiny, but it's not over the top.
It's not over the top for sure, yes.
All of this so that it looks good. Nah, this was well.
Do you know the
thought out,
craftsmanship that would have gone into making a
I
dress
said,
like
I've
this?
seen some of our videos, and that's what I'm telling you.
I don't
Because
wanna think about
this is
it.
hand beaded.
They start like
This
it's
is
not.
hand beaded.
I don't want to
It's
think
not
about
a situation where they bite the fabric like that
And
and
they
then
just
they
place
line
in the
it and
fabric.
then they try
This
to
is all
manipulate the
hand-beaded.
fabric. This
My
all
goodness.
first of all, she creates from scratch. Like the whole
Yes.
idea comes from scratch. I think that's why it can look like this.
Oh my God.
This is amazing. I love the shoulders. I love what's going on there. I love everything. To be honest, the pattern, the silhouette, the way the what's it called, the fishtail thing that
The
goes on
fishtail
there.
and the bottom,
For me, I don't think we've seen any tail like that since we've been looking
I
at
haven't seen
dresses.
fishtails a lot,
but
actually, in recent times, to be
and
fair.
she kills
Yeah.
it. Look at the way it's looking now. This is an
Yeah.
an absolute stunner.
Yeah.
And I like the tiara on her head as well. Like, it's a good touch.
Sean said, make me a princess, and she did.
Yeah.
And she delivered. Ozik, do you have anything to add? I feel like there's nothing more to add to this look.
Do you understand?
I feel like there's nothing more. It's
Because
just,
it's a clear example of understanding. A designer understands the assignment. She understands the feeling. You understand, and she's able to just convey it perfectly in the dress. She's able to take her time. You know, sometimes when you can detach yourself from situations like that and also like put yourself in your client's head and be like, nah, I'm just going to see through to the finish. You get like everyone has just talked about how the beadings, the embellishments, everything just like flows. You cannot see any missing spots.
You can't.
Like
No. There's no miss here at all.
The entire sleeve,
nothing.
The veil did not even have too much.
Not everyone can pull off a tiara,
but like it was well.
True.
Yes.
No, I think because the dress just made the whole thing just perfect.
I mean, some people wear a tiara and it just looks like very costumey. Do you get what I'm saying?
it looks
It's like a
like,
plain
what are you
dress up
doing?
type
Are
of
you a
thing.
princess
Yeah.
from-
So, but she did a fantastic job at it.
very
I also
fantastic,
like that this is a modest dress.
Yeah,
But it's
it
also
is.
very modern as well.
Yeah.
Very
You're still
modern.
seeing some skin, but it's not too much skin. It's not in your
too much
face
at
type
all.
of thing. I like
Nah.
what she did with the bustier.
Yes.
And just covered it nicely with
See
the
the
fabric and
cleavage.
stuff.
The
and
cleavage is
beading.
covered.
Yes, that's what I'm
Covered,
saying.
yeah.
So it's this is I mean, Vicky James. That's just
Definitely.
Give it up for Vicky James.
Definitely.
this was stunning. This is absolutely stunning. All right, so we have a third look from Vicky James. What do we think about this look? It's one that you're clearing your throat. I'm worried. I'm worried.
Because like I'm very, very expressive and raw with this truth thing, but
Speak to me.
I just really feel like it's not a current reflection of our work, and that's one. But secondly, I also think that it could be what the client desired at the time.
Yeah.
So but it's just.
This is very different from the first two
This
that
is
we
very
looked at.
different from like I would pick her previous works like we've just looked at and reviewed over this one, because those ones are more Vicky James to me right now. I feel like she's moved on from this. So is it a great dress? It's not so bad looking. I wouldn't have it on the wedding.
I think it looks nice. I'm not excited about it like the other
at all.
two. I think it looks nice, and I like the fact how she used because it's not easy. The roses are really big, and how she still placed it. I'm not really in love with what's going on at the top and all of that, but it looks good. I'm not just excited
because
about
I feel
it,
I got lost there because she has to put out one leg, like the left one,
before you can see
For-
it.
yes.
I would have preferred if they covered the whole thing. And
maybe
so
they
no
made it
need
into
for
a
the
ball.
slits basically.
Maybe they made
or
it
maybe
into
they
a
removed
ball.
the whole thing going on down and just made that one like
that thing just
Yeah.
came from the waist and just accentuated down, like just
I
have
kind
a
of see what you guys are saying.
but
This is like 3D type fabric. Still a lot of craftsmanship goes into this type of dress with the manipulation of the fabric and the bottom half that we're seeing here. It does feel a bit over the top in terms of like the design and stuff, but again, probably the bride's personal preference.
Maybe
right?
she likes a lot of roses as well.
None of that.
Exactly, because you're seeing the 3D rose design on the top and then the rose petals made at the bottom. It's a lot. I don't particularly love it because I feel like you can see it's almost difficult for her to even walk in.
It's more of a baby shower thing than.
Do you get what I'm saying?
So
It's more of a baby shower thing than
the top part
bride.
as well. I don't know. It's looking it's spiky. Well, she probably wanted it that way to show some skin and all of that. So maybe that was what she was going for. But
That's a gorgeous girl.
Yeah,
And then again with the
Very
tiara.
gorgeous.
Yeah,
This one.
I'm not in love with the tiara.
You don't like the tiara on this one?
Not
so this
really.
looks more like a costume than...
Yes, it looks more like a
Yeah.
costume.
Ah, I see,
Yeah.
I see, I see.
Yeah, it's not really
Interesting.
doing it from. And the veil is just, I don't know, just
Maybe
like, it's just they just
Some
threw it on like
some preparatory costume
yeah.
Oh, guys.
without girlies.
I feel like I need to turn up the heat again because I'm not liking these comments. So let's go back to the AMVCA.
Okay.
Yes, let's dial back a bit to the AMVCA and this look that she had on.
Oh Lord.
There you go. Now we're back.
No, scratch that. This. Oh Lord.
You know one thing Vicky has
Now
been
we're
doing?
back.
No, this.
Remember this look?
No.
That is why I say, you see, like, if you see works that are a current reflection of where designers head is at the moment.
Like you said, I think the client probably wanted that. That was
I
what
see
she
you guys
had.
getting excited again. I'm happy.
Yeah, this is what this
Because-
is design. This is fashion.
Because you know how someone can look at you and say, oh, I know your voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is you.
So now they
Without
know
you
it's
saying
James.
your
This is more
name.
you than you
Yeah.
understand. So
Yes.
like this is more Vicky than that.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
exactly.
yes, yes.
I could tell that one was designed like a year or two ago. Like, but
Probably
this
3 years ago.
So 2 years ago, yeah. But this one you can tell like this. Is
Yeah,
like
this.
So
Yeah.
the symmetry, everything. She
Oh,
thought
Lord.
about it.
The
She
lines
thought
and
about
oh
it.
God.
And
Nah,
then
this was
the
well
color.
made. This was
The color, like I've never seen brown and black look so like elegantly
Listen.
like placed side
And
by
they
side.
got Osaste's skin tone.
Yeah.
Because if they'd
This
used a
is-
different color, it wouldn't have been as iconic.
yeah.
But the fact that it looks like it's his skin and then the manipulation of the black,
Looks like-
that's not even
Understand.
fabric, that's
This
just like
looks
wiring
it
and
was
stuff.
printed
Yeah.
from a 3D printer. Like they just printed it
But
out.
it wasn't.
'Cause
That's all.
this-
That's all fabric.
It's all
That's
fabric.
all fabric.
Yeah.
It's all fabric and the
this-
way it's been manipulated.
All the
It looks
symmetry
like
I'm
they
just
just
seeing.
printed it
That's
out.
all fabric. That's all
This
fabric.
is great. This
And then with the
saw
body of the other ones,
I
the
saw
black
this
ones.
and I was like,
Yes.
oh Lord. I think she won best dress.
I believe so.
I think
I think she won best
I believe
dress.
so.
Yeah,
and
she
well
won best
deserved
dress.
if
yeah.
she did. Well deserved
Oh
if she
no,
did.
I know. I said that Messi AK look was my no, but this is my top. That's my second top.
Vicky's
look.
outstanding, so you definitely know.
This is my top
Yeah,
look.
yeah.
I'm scratching that.
Yeah.
This. Oh Lord.
I like this.
And
You
this
know,
is
your
a bit
energy was
simple.
lowered and suddenly
And this,
we're fighting
and
for
if you
favorite
know,
looks
if you look
already.
at it, it's not over the top. It's a bit simple, but still
It's actually simple and dramatic, which is what I'm
sophisticated.
saying.
Very
And I
sophisticated.
think that is, for me, that's how I'll define a Vicky James dress, right?
Yeah.
It is simple, but it brings the drama.
Still
Exactly.
It's simple and it still gets
Yes.
you talking.
Yes.
So it's not, don't overbeat the work, don't do too much, but then at the same time, I'm going to make heads
This
turn.
is
And she did with
extremely
this dress.
creative. This
So
is
She absolutely did
extremely
with this dress.
creative.
So kudos to Vicky James.
Kudos.
Definitely one of
Big kudos.
our favorite looks.
Yeah,
That
we've seen on the show today.
Definitely, yes, yes.
Definitely.
I give it to her. Well
Yeah.
done.
Another iconic look from Vicky James was, do you remember Bonang when she hosted Miss South Africa?
Oof, well, let me draw my legs.
Do you remember that look? Do you need a moment of silence for this look?
Now, like you can just understand. Like I don't like to say too many words.
You
when
can
it-
see,
it's just,
you
it
can
goes
see
without saying.
how she's different. Like you can see her dress and you won't be able to compare it to another designer.
Yes.
That's one thing.
Yes.
That's looking
Yes.
distinct
It's
and
very
having
out of the box.
a different voice, a
Yes.
different creative
Yes.
voice.
Yes.
That's
out
what's
there.
most foretelling.
Yes, like look at this. Just look at this.
That's what's most foretelling.
Those two colors do not go normally. Like usually you cannot just take turquoise blue and green and make it work. But look at it working. Look at how it looks like, oh, these colors were born together. This is an absolute,
Yeah.
absolute stunner. And I love the what's going on here. I love the way it was shaped, not the normal.
Yeah.
It's just-
Yeah.
I look at her and I look at someone that's been placed in an aquarium and she's the mommy.
I was going to say, this is giving Little
Exactly.
Mermaid. I was going to say that.
Can you see the
It
hip?
is
Can
giving
you
Little
see
Mermaid.
that? But oh God.
with a little twist.
Yeah.
With a little twist, because see where that bustier is now. It's like
Yeah.
the mouth of the thing is just open.
Like she literally just steps out of a
Exactly,
seashell.
You
Yeah, like-
understand?
Yeah.
I
So
wouldn't say an oyster or whatever. Yeah, that's
So element-wise, with that green playing with the sage down, and then the turquoise thing. Nah.
This is-
so you
this-
can,
I think she
yeah.
has the brain of an architect.
You know the funny thing, so I think somebody, if you go on her pages, one time she was talking about her creative process and stuff, which is
Yeah,
also
creative
interesting
process.
to understand the mindset of these designers when they come up with these things, because every bride wants to look different, right? So you can't replicate the same thing that I've seen in another bride, because it's my big day. I don't want to look like the other bride. So they're forced to think outside the box every single time. And I remember with this look, she said, oh, you know, she just prayed and, you know, God spoke to her and it was just an inspiration. And I think she made this look in like within 2 days or something. Where she didn't, like she didn't know what she was going to do initially. And she was just manipulating fabrics and whatnot. And I mean, if Bonang is from South Africa, if she went past all the South African designers, no disrespect to them because they're amazing, and decided to call Vicky James in Nigeria and have that dress shipped, you know that there's a reason
Damola
for that.
style this look, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, we're friends, but that's by the way. But if a stylist has to run to you in that short time,
you know,
dress.
Nobody else.
Like, it means your processes align. And definitely the trust your vision when it comes to like the end product.
Absolutely.
I mean,
this was the last minute dress. Does anything about this just look last minute to you?
Nothing.
No.
Thank you.
No.
Nothing.
Thank you.
This looks
so
good.
shout out to Vicky James.
Big shout out.
She's continued to prove herself
Definitely.
worthy to be counted
Yeah,
amongst
definitely.
queens and kings. So shout outs to her. This is definitely a moment in fashion history. When we come back, we're going to be talking through our favorite looks. No least favorites today because we're loving all of them, but our favorite looks that made the hits. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. All right, welcome back to the Wedding Police. If you're just joining us, where have you been? But you are just in time for the best part. This is where we tell you our favorite looks from all of the fashion designers that we've seen today. So let me see. Let me start with Sadiq. Who is your favorite?
Do you want to guess? My favorite
I feel like
look,
I know, but tell me.
Okay, my favorite look is the Osas look by Vicky James. That is absolutely stunning. It blew my mind. It is still blowing my mind. And that's it for me. Yes.
That's the look.
Yes, that's it.
Okay. Ozik,
So
what's your favorite look?
My favorite look would be Bonang and Vicky James. So the turquoise blue.
Another Vicky James dress.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and here's why: craftsmanship, storytelling,
Yes.
construction,
Yes.
and then the poise, everything.
Check.
They had the time frame.
I wouldn't want to add that because Jesus is a miracle worker. But see, it takes one that is really very about that process to you know at such short notice time you know, just come through and still have the visuals like out. You don't really need to tell people it's last minute, except you want to just leave a buzz. You get, because what everyone is looking at is did you eat? Did you eat it? So she did.
Yeah.
The form is not usual at all.
Yeah.
We need to give her that. There's like a little space between that waistline and like it's like she was inserted. It looks like fish into like half of it.
True.
So like construction wise, I wouldn't rate anyone before it. Like I'll just give it to her. And it's still simple and it still catches the client like where's it?
Guys.
Absolutely stunning.
Oh, this was a tough one for me.
You're welcome.
That's a tough one because I love his choice, Osas.
Yeah.
You went with Bonang.
Yeah.
It's tough. Okay, so let me, because I'm the host, I'm allowed to. Let me tell you my top two. Right? Osas.
Yeah.
And Sharon. Sharon's wedding dress.
Yeah.
So Sharon's wedding dress and Osas's dress. But if I had to pick, I'd go with Osas. I'd go with Osas because that dress, you said it's still you're still dreaming about it.
Like it's still exciting me, like still blowing my mind.
I'm excited seeing it again.
Yeah,
like I'm reminded of what it was initially.
Wow.
It photographed so well.
It's definitely one of my favorites, but one definitely has to come forward.
Designers are up there, like globally.
They are in their
Trust me,
elements.
like, okay, you see this on the runway. we won't even be talking about it.
Nobody would know that's done by a Nigerian.
Yeah, like what? If Vicky James was from France, oh Lord, what are you talking about? If she was in Paris right now, like
I just
with this dress.
Do you remember that someone had done this dress and made it to the what you ordered versus what you got?
Yes,
Did you ever see that online?
I saw it.
I don't think anybody can get it right.
I saw it on Instagram. I think I also saw it on TikTok.
But how would you get this right?
That's when you appreciate Nigerian designers. Yeah. So don't even try. Don't attempt to replicate
You don't
this
attempt stuff like this.
I don't think Vicky James can replicate herself.
You don't
It's a one-off.
Yeah, you don't.
It's a one-off.
Like this. Nah,
she definitely.
This is haute couture. Just one person. Once.
And go to sleep.
She can ask back for the dress and then just deconstruct it and put it back
no,
again.
She can. No, I'm saying she can, but I'm saying like this is one of those iconic
definitely.
moments that it should just be left as is.
As it is.
It should be put in a show glass.
Just
like
as
just
it
be
is.
left as is.
I feel you.
This should be in Met Costume Museum or what's it called?
100.
Nah, this is.
I feel you.
I feel you. So Vicky James, definitely.
Vicky James, definitely.
Shout out to Vicky James.
Construction-wise, shout out to you, Vicky James.
Shout out to Vicky James, but also shout out to all of our female fashion designers.
Yes,
unfortunately, if we had more time, we could have taken a bunch of them because there's a lot of them. There's a lot of iconic ones. So big ups to them for doing their thing. Guys, this was fun.
Yeah,
it was really.
I enjoyed it.
No?
I had a great time. Like you guys are great company as well.
Yeah. Would you come back?
I mean, I would.
Would you come back?
Yeah, of course.
That's what we want to hear.
That's some Gina.
Yeah, of course.
That's what we want to hear. That's what we want to hear. So thank you so much for joining us.
I appreciate it.
And you guys at home, thank you so much for staying with us as well. Do let us know who your favorite designers and your favorite dresses were as well. If there's anyone we missed out on the list, please let us know. Comment on YouTube and on Instagram, okay? I remain yours truly, Vanessa, signing out.